guys are picking up points every night out on the ice. How good do you feel about the consistency of play that you guys are producing right now on a regular?
Yeah, it's good to see. I think beginning of the season we started off good, and then we got back to 500. So I think that was a little learning curve on every night. It's going to take a good effort. So it's good to see that last little stretch here streaking out.
When you lose Anderson and Gutman up top, what kind of goes through your mind, and were you at all concerned about how the adjustments would, how quickly they would come together and result in positive play?
Yeah, I think your first, thought is we're losing two great players. But then the flip side of it is, there's opportunity to be had for maybe guys who are out of the lineup or bottom of the lineup who get a call up. More ice time out there. So I think you got to look at it that way and be hungry when your number's called.
Talk about the addition of playing with Doc now on your line and how well that's worked, and what it is. What's it like working with him, and why do you think the chemistry has just worked out so quickly, so well?
Yeah, I think he got slotted on our line a few weeks ago, and ever since, I think every night we've had a successful night. Not always on the score sheet necessarily, but I think the way we play with him and Bjorky, they're both hunt the puck really well. So, when you have guys who will go get the puck and hungry on the forecheck, that type of things, plays are gonna happen. So I think just bigger size body out of him, and he's able to get those dirty pucks, and it's fun playing with him.
Another successful year on the power play for you guys. What kind of emphasis has been on that this year, and just what's been going right on the ice from the ice perspective for you guys?
Just attack mentality, I think, as opposed to slowing it down, setting up, and sometimes when you slow it down, set up, it feels good, but necessarily the results aren't going to be there. So I think just kind of more attack mentality, one or two plays, and then bring it to the net. So I think we've had success doing that.
How do you think those new guys like Doc and Bjork, their first year on the IceHogs, how do you think they've stepped up this year and kind of melded with the team?
Yeah, Bjorky, I mean, he's had a great career in the NHL, and he's here now, and so he's always been a great player, and it's fun to see. Talking to him, his roles changed a little bit from being in the NHL a bottom six player, and now he's on the power play, getting first, second line minutes. So it's cool to see and talk to him about that. And then Doc, first year guy, I think when you're a rookie, you just got that hungry legs, and every night you want to kind of showcase yourself as your resume, building your resume each and every game.
You guys are 3-0 against Manitoba, including you jumped on them last week 6-0 early, and you got them again this week back to back. So what has been the key to success against that team and matching up so well against them?
I think that was kind of a random game for them. That's not going to happen when you play Manitoba very often. They're very defensive team, clog it up, lock it down, 3-2, 2-1 type of games out of them. So we're expected to kind of see that, and I'm sure they'll be ready for us with a little sour taste in their mouth.
And going off of that, David, what does it say just about like the depth of the Central Division? Because as we saw like last year, there really was no front runner, and even this year.
Yeah, especially with 5 teams kind of make the playoffs in this division. So, you're always in that race, and it's funny enough, always the last couple of weeks, and it kind of seems like it comes down to, point here, point there. So I think getting those overtime points last couple of games and come back and squeaking out 1 point's going to make a difference down the road.
All right, as a guy who's been in the organization, big move in NHL today with Patrick Kane going to the Red Wings. Just kind of get your take on that as a guy who's not only been in hockey, obviously, for a while, but to see that.
He's my favorite player growing up. So, first off, happy for him. See that his recovery from his hip is doing good and on pace. But going to the Red Wings was a little weird to see, but I'm sure he'll fit right in and step right in and do well. So happy for him.
I know they faced the big league organization on Thursday. There's gonna be a couple eyes watching that game in the hotel room.
I don't know if he'll be ready and playing yet. I think maybe a few more, get some team practices in him. But I'm sure that first game the whole country's gonna be watching.
Real quick, I wanted to go back to Bjorky. I know kind of the center position is a little bit new for him this year. What kind of progression have you seen playing on his line from him at that spot these last few weeks?
Yeah, I think he's comfortable in the fact that, like I was touching on earlier, he was kind of bottom 6 player in the NHL, so he's kind of got that defensive mindset, which you kind of need going through the middle of the ice as a centerman. Face-offs has kind of been fun to kind of see him work through that as it's kind of a foreign language to him. But he's out there always working with Yannick, our face-off development guy, and trying to get tips and tricks from Gutman, who's a face-off guru. So it's cool to see him working at his craft and adding another feather to his cap.
That's good.